Right, I just want to cover off the pattern panels, the pre-designed ones that are on here, not the square ones, not the Canvas workspace files, but the ones that you'll find on USB. So if you're going to retrieve data in USB, there's this here, and we spoke about it briefly at the beginning, but I just want to show you a little bit more of what that is. So if I just go into circles again, and I will use, let's just use the first one, okay? That is the design that the designer, the person that built these files, has used to make Circle Doily 1. And if you open your book and you think, right, I actually just like that bit, I don't want the doily, I don't want the edge, but I just like that pattern, but I don't really want to cut it out, I want to cut it in, and I want to just use it as a pattern within a piece of a square or something like that. Rather than you having to do the canvas bit, you can just use that file that's in the pattern panels and you can just cut it in. Because what they've done as you go through here is on some of them, they've used the same pattern in every single layer. So that and that is the same. That and that is the same. But as you go further through, they've used some different ones. So if we find one that's different like this, so that's from one pattern, that's from another pattern. And as you go through, you'll start to see that they've mixed and matched some of them, which is fine if that's what you want. So you've got the option to go into Canvas and do them all the same. You've got the option to go into Canvas and mix and match. Or if you just looked at that and thought, you know what, forget the doily bit, just that cut into the middle of my card would look lovely, you can do it by using the pattern panels. So let's say we wanted to do this, oval doily 8, you would go into retrieve data, USB, go into your pattern panels, go into your ovals, go into doily 8, so that's the first 6, 7, 8, and that panel will automatically come up for you. So you can then cut that into your cardstock, okay? Now another option is to press OK and add and go back into retrieve data and USB, go into your doilies, go into your oval, go into number 8 and choose the decorative edges. And then those decorative edges will fit perfectly inside there. So if we go to edit, multiple select, everything on the mat, press OK and align them centrally vertically and centrally horizontally. If I now come out of there and tap on the screen and zoom in, you will then see that you can cut those out as 3 separate panels. So you've got the decorative edge, the pattern, the decorative edge, the pattern, and the decorative edge and the pattern. So you can use those pattern panels to just create a single frame without going into Canvas, or all 3, or just the outside one, just the inside, all those different combinations that we've talked about. So if you're somebody that's adamant that you don't want to go into Canvas, you can do it like that, but you will have to do it the way that the designer's decided for you. Okay, so I personally, if I look at that and then try to find that as a big pattern in the back, I'm like, I have no idea which that one is. So I find it easier to find the pattern that I like, take it into Canvas, punch it in. But I wanted to give you every option possible so that you can decide what works better for you, because everybody thinks slightly differently. Everybody works differently. Everyone looks at things differently. So you've got all the options that you could possibly need to be able to get creative. And that is your designer doilies. So I think, first of all, we're giving you 40 doilies, 40 patterns. You can intermix all of those. We then give you them in large, medium and small. Please be assured that that does not mean that you've only got 3 sizes. So if you wanted to do the large one, you'd bring every layer on for the large, group it and make it smaller or make it bigger. So you've still got all those other options as well. But if I'd started to do that, we'd have been here till 3 weeks next Christmas, I think. it would have just gone on and on and on. So I've just kept it with one doily, one size, but you have all those options. Then when you've gone through all those options, you can bring in your stencils USB and use those patterns if you've bought it. You can then bring in your boxes USB if you bought that and use the patterns from those, and you can use your stencils on your boxes and your doilies on your boxes and your boxes on your doilies and your stencils on your doilies, or your doilies as a stencil. It's massive, and that's clever designing because it means that we're bringing out 3 USBs, but you can mix and match all 3, and that means more versatility for you as the crafter, and that means better value for money. So I hope all that makes sense. I hope you can tune into the shows, which launch on the 13th of September. I'm super excited, and I think this is one that you absolutely will want to add into your crafting arsenal. Take care, stay safe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.